Welcome to this little pretentious little spoken word reading of a piece I wrote for a queer zine made by Lumos Zines. The theme was like our bodies and our relationships to such and all that. I wrote this a while ago, and it kind of serves in an unintentional way as a follow-up to the last piece I wrote for the last Lumos Zines on anxiety. I don't know, it just kind of worked out that way. I feel like they kind of clicked together a little bit. So anyways, this is The Mirror in the Waves. Enjoy my pretentious spoken word into this
Crisp microphone.
so crisp. My relationship with my body, a two-way mirror, a double-sided beast, Jekyll and Hyde, the calm and the storm, the ship and the sea, the siren and the song. On one side of the mirror, I can see myself. I embrace the parts others deem as flaws. I hold my own hand. I give myself a hug as I recoil from anyone else's touch. I am all I have, and I am more than enough. We are a perfect fit. But the other side of the mirror is a different story, and one that changes by the minute. The writers never seem to agree, and the lenses are constantly being changed, fisheye wide, macro cracked. Some days are unstoppable, me and my mirrors. Other days feel so wrong I can't recognize any of them, and every breath, every step is torment. Wade me out into the water where the waves crash into calm and I can feel myself and my relationship with my body and ride them back to shore. Drifting out, I can feel content, but know it won't be there in the morning. Sloshing around, slipping into a comfort I've never known, but still afraid to slide too deep because I know what's on the other side. What's the opposite of the light at the end of the tunnel? If I already know what's in the cave, should I jump into the waterfall and let it drop me into its mouth? If I'm already paddling to get out, is it even wise to go towards the sun if I know I can always fall back down into the well? If I know I always will fall back down the well. If I'm just going to climb out to slip back down in 7 days, wet hair in my eyes as the top of that ring gets smaller and smaller until I collide with the pool, is it worth it? If I'm already here and I've been here before and I know this place is always inevitable, is it even worth it to try and get out? The whirlpool is strong, but I know I can break through it, just as I have before. But I also know there are trap doors and rip currents that pull you right back under as you get your stride. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's mental stability. Good light and bad light, there is no dark, because this obsession with good versus bad, light versus dark, light is good, yet the dark is the devil, does nothing for the entrapment. And I know this analogy does nothing for you, and it might do nothing for me, but in this moment, can we both just breathe and feel the air in our lungs and realize that this body is our only body? And even though it may change and you may refer to it as such, and they might see it differently from this day to the next, it has, it will, and will always be you because you are here. And even though sometimes it was vacant, and sometimes it wasn't quite you, and sometimes the you that lived here had to be not so you can still breathe here in this body, feeling your chest expand and your heart beat and feel the air around you. You are of this world, and while this world loves to be ugly within its destruction and violence and greed and misery and fear and misery and destruction and greed and misery and violence and unjust, there is beauty. And even when you can't see it in yourself, even when you can't feel it in yourself, even when you can't feel you in yourself, even when it's not you in yourself, even when you are waiting to see you in yourself, even when you're trying to be you, to be you, to you, to be you, to be, you are there. You are here. We've been on a roller coaster, you and I. The mirrors may not have fared well. One shattered when it hit that iceberg, and the other one was abducted by aliens in the Bermuda Triangle, but we made it. The mirror isn't the only way to see yourself, and sometimes it's the worst representation. Sometimes they lie to you just to make you feel better, and more often than not, they lied to you to break you into just as many pieces as they've become. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. My body is mine, and my beauty is mine, and as the water ripples and sparkles around me, I feel, even just for this moment, transcendent. So yeah, that was, your lovely little pretentious little spoken word moment of this piece I wrote. I mean, I don't know if I have to keep saying it's pretentious because, like, you get it from, like, literally the existence of what this is. Also, I think it's pretty clear and well articulated when I call this a piece that you know that this is pretentious. So yeah, it's been me, Zena Toxine, queen of the pretentious spoken word. Apparently, whoa, could you imagine? I'm a spoken word slam poet now. But also like I do love spoken word slam poets, so like not to drag anybody. So yeah, that was something I wrote. You can read that and you can see everyone else's stuff. You can see the other pieces I contributed in the new My Body, My Beauty issue of Lumos Zine, which is a zine by and for LGBTQIA plus people. Yeah, enjoy. Is this ASMR?